Hey, it's Barb and Nick, and you know how sometimes when you go to the barn and you arrive there and you're still thinking about all the things that you still have to do or the things that happened that day, or maybe you're a little bit nervous, or maybe you're replaying all the mistakes from the last time that you were at the barn, or maybe you're a little bit tired. Well, we all feel that way, and that's natural. And we also know that when we're in one of those kind of distracted states, you know, that we don't ride as well as we really can ride. And so over my time and research and coaching, what I've learned is that in addition to wanting to be able to ride well, you know, whatever that means, ride well, what we want is to be able to have this connection with our horse. Now, connection means different things to different people, and what I think is interesting is that research tells us that our greatest need as a human, beyond food and water and that sort of thing, is to feel connected with those around us, you know, and that translates to caring and sharing and being understood and understanding and communicating. And with our horses, I think we want to feel connected both on the ground and in the saddle. And in this video, I'm going to talk about developing that connection in the saddle. And so over about the past year and a half, what I've been so interested in is really combining the mental tools, like the thinking tools and the physical tools, and those positive feelings with classic horsemanship skills. There is a way to put into a system combining the mental and physical tools along with a sequence of the most important elements of riding. And in the past, 12 weeks or so, we talked about these counterintuitive things. Well, if we combine all these things together and weave them together and put them in a sequence, then we can develop the positive habits that are great horsemanship, and the best part of all, cause us to be very connected with the horse in the saddle. So there are 4 of them, and I'm going to just touch on them in this video. So the first one is our breath. Now you can't see it on the outside, but we absolutely experience it. I'm just going to walk a little bit and talk, but our breathing is something that grounds us, and our riding starts with us. How we communicate with the horse, our ability to perceive a horse, all of those things happen in the most effective way, depending on us being in a very calm, very clear, very perceiving kind of state. And the simplest way to initiate that is with our breath. So that's the first. And it's not only just, like breathe, it's that sense of breathing throughout our ride. Whew, okay, so that's the first thing. Then the second thing is our seat. And I would say that when we feel really connected to a horse, our body is soft, we feel anchored in the saddle, and we can feel the movements of the horse. So that begins with an awareness, number one, of our body position in the saddle, but also to just do nothing, but to feel a horse move your seat bones. And that connects you with the movement of a horse. And even as you use your eyes and change directions or change gaits, like a walk is back and forth, the trot is up and down. All of the gaits have a very specific feel to them. I'm going to use my seat to slow him down. And so that begins with your seat. And so a connection to your breath and to your seat those are two sequences, the first and second sequence. And then the third is this idea of moving speeds of gaits. Let me take that back. Developing a rhythm by an awareness of energy that translates into slow and fast. And I'm just going to do this at a walk now. So I'm going to think energy up, energy up. I'm going to inhale, energy up. I feel my seat, my eyes are up. See if I can get Nick in a little bit faster walk, energy up. I use my legs. Inhale, energy up, Nick, energy up, energy up. Okay, there's a little bit faster walk. Now I'm going to bring my energy down to a little bit slower walk. You can begin with your breathing and your seat and an awareness of your energy. You can bring your energy up and down and feel your horse. The fourth element is to get the most effective sequencing of your cues. So for example, even though we want to use our hands first for everything, it really should be our last. There's a whole sequence of cues, including our eyes, our breath, our seat. Nick has a scratch, and our legs, and then our hands. So when we are present in our breath, when we're connected to our seat, when we're connected to our energy to slow and increase, and when we're connected to our cues, and actually our hands come last. So I drop my seat, I use my leg. These are just little bitty examples of how we can begin to feel the micro movements of a horse. Let's see if I can get Nick to stop with my seat. There we go. Such a good boy. So there you have it. There's just a little thumbnail sketch. And this week, starting on Thursday, July 8th, I'm going to begin a free 3-part workshop series called Well Connected. And I'm going to dig into all of these topics even more. And if you're interested in that, and if that's something that you'd like to do and receive notifications when it begins on Thursday, and it'll be up for about 10 days, just click the link below this video or click the button and sign up, and I'll send you the 3 videos. So one last thing, last week I gave you the exercise to set an intention for your ride. What did you want to create? What was the feeling that you wanted it to be? And so this week, I would just like you, just the simplest of exercises, to be aware of your breathing, just in your everyday life, and also on your horse, and just remind yourself to breathe. Simple, simple. Okay, that's it. I'd like you, if you like, to leave a comment. I'd love to see you in the workshop. We're going to have comments that you can write, and I'll respond, I'll answer questions, and know that I appreciate you. And Nick and I wish you a great week.